Hi, this is John Keel, and I want to say that this human rights violation has used three of my friends. These three of my friends called me at Jim's house in Aspen, Colorado in March. All other friends I have not spoken to on phone except for one who lives on the West Coast now, and I spoke to her 2 times only since I've been in the New York City area, and that was that's been since October 2011. All of my family I have not spoken to, extended family. The only people connected to me face to face were Jim and Jenny, and then Mike, and then when I got out of the conspiracy that held me in Binghamton and allowed Mike to steal vast quantities of my assets, 30,000 plus, Sue came in the picture, and she's my sister, and all of my nieces and nephews of my sister's kids, they were grown adults, and they were working for this totally. And then I called my cousin Kathy, and my sister, she stated that when I called my cousin Kathy in early 2011, it was like February 1st, or it was the very end of January. That's when the cops came. After I called her, the cops came and knocked on my door. My sister said, Kathy, she called the police and said you're a threat. That's not true. Kathy and I had a very very mature conversation, very respectable conversation. And when they threw me in a psych ward, and when I got out, my sister told me to erase Kathy's number from my telephone. And she said, Kathy had nothing to do with that. I finally spoke to Kathy in 2013 after I escaped San Antonio's conspiracy of mid-summer 2011, and I came to New York, and I spent a year in Chinatown. And after that year in Chinatown, I eventually called Kathy, and she was very surprised to hear everything. She didn't realize that it was so serious. Well, they went to her, and I can no longer communicate with her without being interfered with in some fashion or another by the third party that is the source of this. I've since ditched the third friend I ditched because of conspiracy. He's been working for this for goals that have been detrimental to me, beneficial to the source of this, and beneficial to what they're trying to do, period. I mentioned and made references to this on the internet. I'm not going to directly state his name or what they were trying to do here in New York. That's on the internet. You can glean from what I've written. Ciao.